In this video, I will share everything that I know in regards to generating leads online, either if you are looking for e-commerce leads, B2B leads, or any other lead form. This video will be for you because I will share anywhere from 10 to 13 different ways of generating leads online. And this is the ways that I've used to generate millions and millions of leads in my business over the past 3 years now. And we're sending anywhere from 60 to 90,000 emails every single month right now, and for that we need obviously a shit ton of leads, but more importantly, we need the first name on them, we need their email, we need the personal information, so we can tailor make these kind of emails to each and every single person. If you're doing any other form of outreach method, then this video will be for you, because I'll go over everything from A to Z so you can find the exact leads that you're looking for. But first I want to go over to the board right here, and we're going to look at where, what and who. So where, first of all, this is a lead generation method that we are going to use. What, this is exactly what we're looking for, and who are we looking for in that company. So what kind of company are we looking for, and who in that company are we looking for? So the way that you have to think about this is, where can I find the ideal customer profile of my brand? And that's why it's so important to obviously have a niche. You are most likely already aware of that. So the most important thing is, where are your customers at? You want to figure out where exactly are they, and you want to contact them on that platform. For example, construction businesses, the likelihood of them being on Instagram is very, very low, which means it doesn't make any sense to start sending Instagram DMs on Instagram to people who in reality are never on the platform. They would be more likely to pick up the phone on a cold calling or a cold email. That's where you would contact them, and that's why you need the customer information about them, the email about them, on the phone number, in order for you to be able to contact them on that. So whenever you figure that out, then it's just about scraping as many leads as possible. It's about figuring out, first of all, where should we scrape from. So what you have to think about with these kind of platforms is that they are scraping all the data from multiple different places. This could be Google Maps they are scraping the information from, or this could be LinkedIn that they're scraping the information from, or this could be Yelp, or this could be any other public database that they're scraping all the information for. And that's in reality what you're paying for. So a software like Apollo.io, it's mainly a personalized software. They're scraping most of the data from LinkedIn, which means that mainly they're just giving you an overview and super easy access to entry all this data. This is the best recommendation in regards to scraping personal emails and personal information. So Apollo, they scrape from LinkedIn, and this means that you can personalize the email and the message towards them specifically. So if you're doing cold email, Apollo.io is probably the best way in regards to generating leads, because you can scrape the personal information. Some of these softwares, that's where you're only scraping the business emails, and if you're sending business emails out and you do not have the first name, then you can only say, hey, I have an offer for you, and this is not super personalized, and the likelihood of you getting a response on that compared to, hey John, and then making a tailor-made personalized first line for them, it's way higher. And that's why we're getting anywhere from 3 to 5% reply rate now in the cold email, even though the replies are obviously going down and down. Cool thing about this software is that you can very specifically target out the perfect customer that you're looking for, and that means that you can also personalize the campaigns at bulk. So for example, what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for a company that are under 20 employees. This is the definition of how big the company is, because you cannot work with anyone in the niche. Also, I want to work with companies in United Kingdom. And in regards to industry keywords, I'm looking for apparel brands. You can look for construction brands, you can look for any other business, and mainly we have the technology right here. And technology mainly means that you can figure out what kind of softwares that they have installed on the website. And this is very relevant. Let's say, for example, that you're doing Facebook ads. If they have a Facebook pixel installed on the website, then you can put this in as technology as a requirement, because obviously people who are already doing Facebook ads, they already know that they should invest in online marketing, and thereby it's easier to convince them to sell Facebook ads to them. And you can probably find some things that they can do better. And what we do, I'm doing email marketing, so we are finding all the businesses that have MailChimp or Omnisend or any other software installed on the website, and then we're contacting them because we already know that they're doing email marketing, and they are most likely already aware of how big of an impact it will have on their business. So think of any technology that most of your businesses use, and then put it in here so you can find the perfect customer profile based on that. And then you can also tailor make the email or the message towards that audience. For example, let's say that I am contacting or cold calling people with MailChimp installed in the website, which is email software. Then I will say that in the first message so they understand that I have researched them already. But in reality I haven't. I've just scraped a shit ton of leads with the same criteria. So the more narrow you go in regards to scraping and scraping personal information, the more specific you can make the message at bulk without you having to research every single company. I hope that makes sense. So I can find Mark right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to access the email. So now it's just about contacting them. And mainly what we do is we just scrape anywhere from 5 to 10,000 leads every single time because we're sending out such a high volume. It's about defining the company and then scraping them, sending them over to email and putting them into an email software. And the cool thing about this, it's almost automated, right? You're almost not doing anything and you're sending out a very, very high volume. It's just about sending out the right message. You should know your customer profile. You should know their biggest problem, and you should know how to communicate with them in order to get that attention. Right here, you can scrape all the personal information, which is super cool about this software. But one thing, use Export Apollo whenever you're doing this. So instead of using Apollo.io, you can scrape all the data and information about Apollo.io by using Export Apollo right here. This is where you can easily scrape plus 1,000 Apollo leads for just 10 to 15 bucks. Whereas you would probably have to pay $50 or $70 for 1,000 leads right here. So the pricing is super, super inexpensive. So let's say, for example, that you want to get 10,000 credits a year. I want to do monthly. So if you want to, for example, get 1,000 leads, it's going to cost you $50. Whereas over here, it's going to cost 15. So it's 3 times as inexpensive as Apollo. So it's super, super easy to use. It's just by going into exportapollo.io, and that's a complete explainer in regards to how you're doing this. Mainly, what you're doing is you're scraping all the information that you got on Apollo, on Export Apollo, so you can get it at a super, super cheap price. So you just found out how you can get 1,000 leads for 10 or 15 bucks. So subscribe, man, because there is coming a lot of more value. We are teaching everything in regards to how you can build the perfect offer, so you can increase your prices, how you can attract high ticket clients, how you can get qualified appointments on the calendar, get enough anywhere from 30, 60, 90, 100, 200 appointments on the calendar every single month, so you can consistently grow. We're teaching you everything about that, and that's because we've done it ourselves, and we are doing it ourselves every single day right now. So go down, subscribe for your boy, and we're posting every single week, man. So next one, we are taking a look at Stor Leads right here, and Stor Leads is very good if you're looking for e-com brands. E-com brands is very, very easy to find since everything is online, all the data is online. So what I would do right here is I would take a look at the platforms that I'm looking for. So I would look after the platforms with WooCommerce and Shopify installed, because I know that they're like most likely serious, right? I would click on active right here, and it's the same principle as Apollo. It's just about specifying who exactly you're targeting out, and then making a tailor-made message for them specifically. So the cool thing about Stor Leads is that you can be super, super specific in regards to what data that you're scraping. So installed apps on the business created, what kind of industry that they have on the side, if they have Facebook pixels, if they have Google Tag Manager or anything else, Google AdSense installed on the side, then it's relevant for you to contact them if you're doing Google Ads. And if they do not have it, you can also exclude these kind of softwares. If they do not have those softwares, then you want to contact those. It's super, super cool, so you can specify the campaigns towards them. The bad thing about this software though is that you're not getting the personal information about them, but you want to go in there into the Instagram and send them a DM. Back when I did this, I sent 100 DMs a day. I actually spent 6 or 7 hours every fucking day on sending out Instagram voice messages. Mainly where I was sending a voice message to them, explaining something that they can do better, and then giving them a call to action to jump on a call with me. And that was my value proposition, and that's where I got my first 5-10 clients. So it's a good way if you are just getting started. Go into Instagram, find them on Stor Leads. You can get a plan for like $75, and you can get almost all the searches that you need, and you can get infinite leads in the e-com space. And I think that you can also do it for coaches. But anything in e-com, use Stor Leads right here. It's the cheapest and best way in regards to scraping leads online. Man, we're providing a lot of value in this video. Hopefully you're getting some value out of it. So the only thing that I'm asking for is we actually have some affiliate links. So if you're considering signing up for these softwares, if you can just use our links down below, this is very much appreciated. I'm not making any money on making these videos right here. So if you just use our affiliate links, it's very much appreciated. It's obviously up to yourself, but that's how we're getting a small cut of every single person who are signing up to the software. So if you want to help us out, man, just use the links down in the description if you have any in regards to these softwares right here, and you'll get good deals on them as well, just by signing up to us, because we are good partners and we have a good relationship with them. We have Lead Swift right here. So this is very, very relevant for you if you are in the B2B industry and you're looking for B2B leads very, very fast. So this is a place where you can scrape thousands and thousands of leads for very, very cheap. It's super, super cheap to use it. And you're scraping on Google, Yelp, Facebook, Yellow Pages, all these kind of softwares that has a lot of data about B2B businesses. And the cool thing about this software, it's the same as any other software out there, is that they're scraping from the biggest databases in the world, which means that you can specify who you're targeting out and then go directly for them and then scrape thousands and thousands of leads. Also, one other bad thing about this is that this is, again, not personal information. So what I would do right here, and what we're doing already, is we're getting VAs, virtual assistants, to go in and basically filter this out and find the personal information about them. So that's what we're doing in regards to using these softwares to still scrape a shit ton of very, very cheap leads from the biggest databases in the world, and then getting virtual assistants to filter out the data. So LeadSwift, a very, very good software in regards to scraping leads. We've used it a ton. Don't use it anymore, but yeah, it's a very good software. Same thing for Outscraper. Very, very cool softwares as well. This is all the different ways you can scrape leads here. It's the same thing. Google Maps, again, biggest database in the world. Google Images, Google Shopping, Amazon Products, Amazon Review Scraper, Google Play, YouTube Comment Scraper, Bulk Email List Cleaning, TripAdvisor, TrustPilot Scraper, Yellow Pages. Mainly what we always use is Google Maps Scraper. So mainly what you do whenever you've logged into the software, you want to click on Buy Brand, and what we're doing is we're looking for Google Maps Data Scraper. So I'm clicking on that. What I'm looking for is I want to look for apparel brands. I'm looking for United Kingdom, England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, you name it. How many softwares or leads am I looking for? I'm looking for 5,000. Extract the emails. This is very important. Company insights, validate emails, ignore without emails. You can validate the emails to ensure that you are not getting bounced and you're not sending out emails to someone who in reality would never contact you or don't have an active email, because that will just ruin your sender reputation and you will more likely go into spam. But extract emails, phone numbers, enricher, email contacts, data scraper, other parameters. You can take the kind of language. The only bad thing about this software is that it's limited how specific you can make it, which means that again you will probably get. This is very, very relevant for you if you're doing cold calling, because you can very quickly take a look at who you want to contact up. But it's just a very good place to assemble all the leads that you're looking for in one place. So I'm looking for apparel brands right here in UK. So also again, if you are looking to send out emails to these people, again you'll probably get a virtual assistant from Upwork or any other place to filter out the lead whenever you've scraped your specific list. What you want to do here, you want to click on Get Data, and mainly it will take roughly 45 minutes before you're getting it. I will pay $42 for 5,000 leads. That means that I'm paying 0.0084 cents per leads. That's very, very cheap, man. You want to click confirm here, and then you're getting the leads. Very, very cheap way of doing lead generation for B2B. So if you're doing B2B, very, very relevant. Omni.us, it's the same principle again. They are scraping the data from the same places. This is millions of verified leads at an affordable price. But again, this is actually not the cheapest way. Also, these guys have personal data. So they can find the personal email, they can find the personal phone number, they can find the first name, which means that it's super, super easy to send out cold emails or to cold call people whenever you have a list like this. So it can be worth the pricing of what you're paying for it, because it's a little bit more expensive. You're probably paying anywhere from 10 to 20 cents per lead that you're getting from this software right here. But they are verifying the leads, which is a big thing. You don't want to send out emails to anyone, or you don't want to contact anyone or waste your time on anyone who in reality do not have an active email account or who are never active. Next one is Instantly.ai, and most of you probably know Instantly.ai already, which is an email software. That's where you're sending out emails. It's a very, very good software, and yeah, you can use the link down in the description if you want to save 10% off lifetime. You can use that because we are a good partner with Instantly. Instantly is a cool place because they're scraping from many, many different places, which means that this is unique data. But you can also see that on their fucking prices, because this is super expensive. So taking a look at Lead Finder right here, if I'm looking for 10,000 leads, for example, I'm paying. It's not really that expensive. You're paying roughly 15 cents per lead. So for 10,000 leads, you're paying $147. So it depends on how expensive you define it, but $147 for 10,000 leads. And then they are verified, and you can find all kind of information. So industry, location, how many employees that they have, 0 to 25 will be pretty relevant to look at. The kind of domains that you're looking for. Technologies, again, if you're looking for Facebook ads, pixel, etc., then you can get all this kind of information about them. So LinkedIn or Instantly Lead Finder is a very, very good method. And the cool thing about this is that you can have everything assembled in one place, because you can send out the campaigns from here as well. You can have the Unibox where you can see all the information. So if you're doing cold email, this is a very, very relevant place for you, because you have the email accounts, you have the campaigns. You can send out cold email campaigns on here as well. You have a Unibox, you have analytics, you have lead management as well. So you can have everything assembled in one place, which is super cool about Instantly.ai. And that's what we're using on a daily basis to send out thousands and thousands of emails. Next one, if you're looking for a budget-friendly way of generating leads, you can use D7 Lead Finder right here. So if I'm looking for chiropractors right here, and I'm looking for them in London, And I want to verify this, getting leads in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, like getting a shit ton of leads, and this is for free, obviously. There's some paid plans, so whenever you want more specific data and you want more data, then you obviously have to pay for it. But it's a very, very good way of generating a shit ton of leads very, very fast that you can contact. Next one, we'll go to this first. So build within, this is also a free way of generating leads. So this could be either if you're looking for Shopify leads or e-com leads, this would be a relevant place of doing it. If you're looking for a budget-friendly way of doing it. So whenever you're clicking on home right here and you're looking for tools and you're looking for, let me just see here what you're looking for. E-commerce leads, for example, I'm looking for e-com. I want to click on Shopify stores, and then I want to go down and click on Shopify store websites with a high technology spend. I want to look for something that would be relevant for me. So I would look at Shopify website with 10 to 100,000 social followers. That's what I would look for. And then I would download the full lead list right here. And then you obviously have to sign up. Very, very simple way of generating a shit ton of leads for your business. That's 2,500 pages of leads, 100,000 leads that you can contact right here. So this is probably enough for an entire year for most businesses to contact. So using a build within right here, take a look at that as well. Again, if you're on a budget, we are taking a look at another big data source, which is TrustPilot. It's one of the biggest review platforms out there. And this is very, very cool because this is just a big database as well. So let's say, for example, we're looking for furniture stores. Then I just want to go in here. I want to look after the place that I'm looking for. I'm from Denmark, so I want to look at companies from Denmark. And then you can look for company status, if they're verified or not. You can click on how many stars they have. If they're bad stars, well, they probably need help. So what you want to do is, you can see right here that based on the reviews, you can probably define how kind of big the company is. So you don't want to contact the biggest company in the world because unless this is actually the people that you're working with. But mainly what we do is we take a look at the companies right here. This is companies who have under 500 reviews. That would be relevant for us to contact. So what we're doing is we're just opening all of them. And then we are opening the website. So I'm opening the website of all these people. And then I'm finding their Instagram or contact information and then contacting them. So I'm looking, this is not a relevant one. I want to click on this one. You can see Instagram is open right here. And you want to go in there and send them a DM, or you want to find their information about the company and then go in and contact them. And you also have Carlex Denmark. And then it's the same thing again. It's super, super simple way of generating a lot of leads, and they can be very specified. Pretty cool. So you have home and garden right here. You can go into categories again. Depends on what kind of, it has all categories that you're looking for in all different niches. So this is a very good database on finding specific companies that could be relevant for your services. And that's what I've used a lot back when I was just getting started and I didn't really have any money and I was completely broke. This is places I use to scrape a lot of leads. Next one, Google Maps, man. Google Maps is the biggest database in the world. Again, same principles. You can find a shit ton of leads here that you can contact. So if you're looking for some personal information, if you want to contact them directly, which will probably be a lot of work, then you want to get a virtual assistant in here. You want to build a list, and then you want to get a virtual assistant in here and find the personal data about them. Because this is only business data that you're getting right here. But what I would look for is, I'm looking for apparel or clothing stores. Stores in Manchester. And right here, what I would do, if you're cold calling them, if you're trying to send them an Instagram DM, you're just opening up here. And what we do again to define the company size is just looking at the reviews right here. It's the best metric in regards to looking how big the companies are. So in regards to getting Google reviews, that's not very big where I come from in Denmark. So I would define all companies who have under 100 reviews to be a relevant place or to be a relevant business of contacting. So what I'm doing is I'm opening all the companies with under 100 reviews, and then I'm building them and putting them into a list right here that I can contact. And what I would do, I would just go into the website, primac.com. I would go down to the bottom, find the personal data about them. So this could be on the Instagram right here. That would be what I would do. But you can also just contact them on the phone number and try to get over to the decision maker. But if you're sending a cold email, you try to find the personal data about them. But that's what I would do. I would just sit in here. It can take you 15 minutes to build a list of 50 to 100 leads. So it's a very, very fast way of generating leads, especially if you are on a budget. One last thing is, if you want to do like me, we have a personal full-time data entry experts. And whenever you get to a certain point, there's not enough data on the platforms like Apollo and Stor Leads and LeadSwift and Omni.us for you to contact. So you want to get someone to start building lists for you consistently. So that's what we're doing. We have someone full-time who are sitting and building lists for us with personal information, because we're sending out cold emails and we want to be sure that we're consistently fueling the machine, that are consistently bringing in anywhere from 60 to 90 appointments on our calendar every single month. So what we're doing is we're using Upwork, we're using onlinejobs.ph, we are using all these kind of softwares, and you can take a look at the video up here if you want to learn how we are hiring a top talent for very, very cheap. No matter if it's lead generation, editing, whether this is email marketing or media buying, doesn't really matter. We can find top talent for very, very cheap by hiring them overseas. Take a look at that up there if you want to. But mainly what we're looking for right here is data entry. And you just want to post a job. You probably get the point of how this software works right here. And then you want to invite the job and jump on a call with them who will be relevant, and then you want to get them to build a list for you and see whether the list is good or not by testing it out. So you want to contact the people that they have. So you want to get them to build a lead list for you. Then you want to try and test out the lead list, whether it was good or not, whether you got responses or replies or interest. And if it was good, then you want to hire them full-time or hire them for multiple more jobs and build lists for you, because if you find someone who can generate a lot of good leads for you, then you have pretty much found a gold mine. So I would keep on getting them to build lists for you. And that's how we test out whether we have a good fit or not. We just get them to scrape or build a list of 200 to 500 leads, and then we test that out. If it is good, then we'll keep on consistently getting them and bringing the work to them and getting them to build lists for us. There's probably anywhere from 10 to 15 different ways of generating leads for your business. So these 12 methods is enough leads for your entire business's lifetime. There's millions and millions of people that you can contact right here. If you want to build up an automated acquisition channel and you want to skip the whole process of learning everything from A to Z, we are building these marketing machines for other companies that consistently can bring in anywhere from 3 to 10 to 15 to 20 appointments on the calendar every single day. So if you're looking for someone to do that for you, click on the link below and we have a complete 6-minute training video that will explain the whole concept from A to Z. So yeah, click on that if you're interested. If not, totally fine. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, man. Peace.